Welcome to Know Your Game. Welcome to part 2 of last week's video. Welcome back. I first want to thank every one of you for being so patient. For waiting, 1 week. Thank you, seriously. Anyways, let's finish what I started last week. By the way, you should go watch the first part first. Or, if you don't want to, just watch the 3 videos about BotW 2 from Nintendo and YouTube. Just search BotW 2 trailer, that's all. Anyways, let's begin. Before we begin, I would like to say something first. This episode's title is all about the analysis of all 3 videos. However, it will not be just that. I will also talk about what I think the game will be. It'll be pretty good, so yeah, just stick around. Another thing that you should know is that in my first part, I didn't include some things from the 3 videos because I thought they weren't that important. But for the second part, I might use even the tiniest of details from the 3 videos that I didn't include my last time. So yeah, you should go watch the 3 videos from Nintendo first. Let's begin. Let's first lay out what we know about from all the 3 videos first. Firstly, we know that Link's adventure will not only be on the land of Hyrule, but also in Hyrule's sky. We also know that the Master Sword has been destroyed. Another thing that we know is that there will absolutely be a lot of new features. Then we know that there are multiple kinds of new monsters. Monsters that seem a bit different than in BotW. Kind of like evolved versions of monsters in BotW. One important fact is that BotW 2 is a sequel. Why is this important, you ask? Well, that just means that it continues from the first game, like directly. Meaning that it's the same Link and Zelda in both games. Lastly, we also know that there will be Ganondorf in the game, or at least someone similar. Why I say this, you might ask? Let me explain. In the E3 2019 trailer, when we first see Link and Zelda, they were shining a light on a wall, but not just any wall. On the wall, there was an ancient painting. It shows a figure. But of course, we know that the figure is Ganondorf, the king of Gerudo. Why? Because he's riding a horse with this very iconic trident. This is why I believe the corpse in the videos is Ganondorf. Another sign that points that the corpse is Ganondorf is that when the corpse faces the viewers, us, in the video, we can see that it has earrings with Gerudo symbols, proving my theory and many people's to be true. Because of this, I believe when Ganondorf revived himself somehow, he also enhances the monsters roaming Hyrule. That is why the Bokoblin that we see in the E3 2021 looks a lot like Moblins. Do you remember the Guardian thing I said last episode? Well, remember the things on its shoulder. Look at it first. Don't they look a lot like lamps? At first, it seems very insignificant, but wait till you hear this. In the scene where Link phases through a floating island, there's a lamp which is the exact same with the one on the Guardian thing's shoulder. So, there is a connection between the two, albeit a weird one. Let's backtrack a while. Back in the underground cavern in the E3 2019, there's a bridge. Bridges, well, they don't just appear naturally in the world. But if they do, they wouldn't have arcs like the one in the video. Basically, what I'm saying here is that someone made the bridge. Meaning that they, the creators of the bridge, also know about the existence of Ganondorf there. They might also be the one that chains him up. these things I've been saying, it's all coming to a conclusion. I believe that an ancient civilization did everything in the game. Chain up Ganondorf, make the floating islands, make up the Guardian thing, and a whole lot more. But not just that. I believe is the Sheikah. The Sheikah is a very ancient civilization, even living until BotW. They are the ones who made a lot of the technological marvels seen in BotW. They made the 4 divine beasts. They are the one who made the Guardians. They are the one who made the Sheikah Slate. And they are the one who made the resurrection chamber that saved Link. Not only that, they have also assisted past kings and queens to defeat Calamity Ganon. I believe that somehow they found Ganondorf somewhere, and they locked him up underneath Hyrule Castle. I believe that they made a specialized kind of arm that can seal his power, the arm that Link now has. But why talk about them if they pretty much lost all of their technological marvel? Because to me, they're still alive and kicking. They can make a group of machines that can literally kill a demon. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that they can make floating islands. I believe that they made the islands and lived in the sky, high above. They were up there and made all the architecture that we see in all 3 videos. They also made the Guardian thing. This would explain a multitude of things. It would explain why there were buildings seen on the floating islands. And it would also explain why there was a Guardian there. Because they built it. However, a question lingers. Why would they stay up there and not live down on the ground? One thing everyone should know is that 10,000 years ago, there was no Yiga clan. There was only the Sheikah and the people of Hyrule. But since at the time, their technology was so powerful that it can defeat Ganon, the people of Hyrule feared that they might threaten their peace. So, some Sheikah people abandoned their technologies and lived a normal life. These people will later become the modern Sheikah that we see in BotW. But then, there are people from the Sheikah that hate the people of Hyrule. They would later become the Yiga clan who worships Ganon. But why isn't there some people from Sheikah that still wants their technology? This is why I believe that the ancient civilization in the sky is the Sheikah from ancient times that still wants their technology and doesn't want to abandon them. One piece of evidence that proved me right is the symbol or arm of the Guardian creature. Take a look. The arm of the Guardian is the Sheikah symbol, meaning that it is created by them. Remember the scene where Link shoots fire out of his arm? Well, I believe he can do that because of his new arm. But of course, that's no big surprise. I'm pretty sure that when he got the new arm, he'll get new powers. For example, in BotW, with the Sheikah Slate, he can use stasis, cryonis, remote bombs, and use magnesis, all of which are useful in your game. I believe that he will get new abilities when he got the arm. However, the arm is peculiar though. It doesn't have any Sheikah symbols, but it has a new, never before seen symbol. So it might not be the Sheikah that made it, maybe another, more ancient civilization. The Zonai tribe, anyone? No one? We can also see that there is a blue glow in Link's sword in the 3rd video, and since Fi, the physical embodiment of the sword itself, is blue, many began to theorize that the game might introduce Fi again. Many also believe that the game might make Link journey across the skies and fix the sword with Fi's help. I agree on that theory, and I think Link would have to meet the Sheikah in the skies for help. And yes, I really believe that there are some Sheikah people out there. Did anyone notice the gold orb featured in the third video looks a lot similar to the aura of Zelda herself? Well, I did. And for me, either it is Zelda or a projection of Zelda. Since we see Zelda falling down a chasm, I believe that Zelda might be dead. So again, if Zelda really died when she fell, then the gold orb is Zelda. Either that or Zelda falls down but is still alive, but stuck and projects her aura or something to Link to guide him. One weird thing from the videos is that when Hyrule Castle flew to the sky, there are no red malice-ish pillars surrounding it. And in BotW, we can always see that there are 5 pillars surrounding Hyrule Castle. So why is it not there in the video? When we finish Ganondorf in BotW, the pillars are still there. It just turned blue. So maybe it's a mistake in the video. Maybe not. One theory that explains why the pillars are gone is that maybe it was locking the castle to its spawn, and so that Ganondorf had to remove it personally so that the castle can fly. But of course it's quite a stretch. But if you think about it, it is quite reasonable. But why would Ganondorf want to go to the sky? For me, he wants revenge. I know I said that the arm isn't made by the Sheikah, but they might be connected to Ganondorf too. They might help lock him up. So for me, I think that is why Ganondorf wants to lift the castle to the sky. Because he wants revenge. Let's just say that there are many theories about the game circulating around right now. Quite a lot, really. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that I actually took bits and pieces of theories of other people and implemented them to mine. And what you heard in this episode about what the game will be about is the fruit of my labor. It was hard, you know? But for me, it sounds pretty good. I hope the game will be good. I really don't want it to disappoint me. The hype surrounding it is massive. Almost as massive as the pillars itself. So, I hope the hype is alright. I hope the hype's in the right place. You know, I might make a review of it when it comes out. Anyways, you've reached the end of the episode. I really hope you like it. If you had listened to it until this part, well, you deserve a reward. Because you're cool. Not much would listen until the end, but you did. So, congratulations, whoever you are. Well, you earned my respect. See you next week. Goodbye.